Hey, what's up, guys? TheCampingRusher here. We're talking more OG season less than a week away. November 3rd. That's the date. Should be around 2 a.m. Eastern. Of course, we will have videos going up. We'll be live streaming. It's going to be a good time. Subscribe, turn your noties on. I'm your guy. There's still more to talk about before then, though, right? And we're going to start with one of the biggest pieces of today. And it is something from yesterday, but I didn't touch on this piece. So it was this tweet from Fortnite. Relive the memories and create new ones, hashtag Fortnite OG. And over almost 100,000 likes on this, by the way. And it's just going back, old school gameplay, right? It has some of the old school music behind. Again, I'm just letting it go in the background. We listened to it yesterday, but we saw a bunch of different things there, right? The quad crasher, a bunch of the OG weapons, and one thing that was mentioned that I did not mention is the guided missile. I think this is one that is very much up for debate. And this doesn't necessarily confirm, but I think it adds to our chances. I don't know what it is. Like, I know we're getting a bunch of the old stuff back, but the guided missile is just one of those weird, overpowered, game-changing, but so fun items that maybe it's too much to bring back. You know what I mean? So that's why I think it's, up for debate more than, obviously the pump shotgun. Like, we know that's going to return, the tac shotgun. So I don't know. What are the things you are hoping for most that may not have as much of a chance that aren't for sure? HypeX actually asked this question on Twitter, and he phrased it as these are the things he's hoping for, and it included the guided missile, searching for battle stars, 50v50 mode, and double pump. And honestly, he hit the nail on the head for me. Double pump, even just a week of it, I don't need it to be there the whole time. Because honestly, I feel like I am way slower than the old days. I think I would just get annihilated by it, but that doesn't matter. I would still have a blast using it again. If you played during the double pump days, it was the two weapons you had to run. It was just the DPS was insane. They had to nerf it and get rid of it because it was the only viable combo to run. So, and then 50v50. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the team modes, and I'd say 50v50 is my favorite. Also, the food battles where you each have a base, that's still a big team mode, but you had respawns on, you got to take the base out. I love that. That's probably my favorite all-time LTM. So, man, there's just so much potential. So let me know. I know everyone's kind of got their wish list here, and not all of us are going to be completely satisfied, but I hope they just hit most of the majority of what people want. We're going to talk more OG season throughout the video. We're actually going to focus a little bit more today on chapter 5 as well, because again, like I keep saying, yes, OG season, it's so fun, it's so hype, but it's only 30 days, right? And then after that, bang, new map, new chapter, new mechanics, new game modes. So we got to touch on that a little bit, because we just there's lots of things to focus on. This is the most content we've had maybe ever, right? Going back to the weekly updates where they just did a massive update every week when Fortnite first launched. But moving on, let's talk about some racing mode info. This is chapter 5, right? The new Rocket League racing mode. Some more info about it. There will be a special challenge related to speed running certain maps. It looks like you'll be able to join matches while they're already in progress. It's currently only enabled on competitive playlists. I thought it would be the opposite. That could change, of course. Something called a product tag got enabled for this racing mode, and product.delmar. So there's some interesting ones there. The speed running thing I like. I guess that would be like, that's probably similar to a time trial, I would assume. I know guys who played Mario Kart. My roommate in college just loved trying to speed run Mario Kart maps. I was not that guy. I hated playing Mario Kart against him because of that, but there's a crowd. There's an audience for that. There's people who want to do that, and it looks like they've got it for the racing mode. We know some other things, right? Bunch of different maps, 12 or 13 different maps. You unlock more as you rank up. There's competitive, there's casual, and you'll be able to customize your own car, import your car from Rocket League, apparently. It sounds like a cool idea, and it should be either launching with Chapter 5 or coming shortly after. It seems like Epic are working with Mediatonic on a new unannounced UE5 project, Unreal Engine, within the Fortnite ecosystem, okay? What do you think it could be? Mediatonic is the company that created Fall Guys. They are owned by Epic Games as well. So obviously probably something to do with that. What it could be, no idea. It's within Fortnite, so combining it somehow, take your guesses down below. Now, I mean, we've kind of already seen this, but officially Amazon Luna has posted, or this has been spotted on Amazon Luna. You can see it there. Again, just the classic icon. Fortnite, old battle bus, old sky, couple different variations of it just to, I don't know, hit you right in the feels, right? This will probably be the first thing we see in the trailer, or it'll be right after we time travel. I'm just so curious how they're going to do it, right? Starting us off at the Chapter 4 map, or are they just going to kind of start us off with this shot, and then we drop in and it begins. Patience, everybody, patience. I'm talking to myself here, right? Before we move on to Chapter 5 stuff, I wanted to point this out. Scion made like the biggest, quickest summary of all time about Chapter 4 storyline. With the lack of live events, a lot of us may not have understood the storyline. I talked about it briefly when things would come up. If you didn't watch the videos or the certain video, or you didn't pay attention to the quest, there was really no way to know what happened. So extremely brief summary. Basically 3 core stories. The first, Last Reality destroyed the energy which used to protect us in the past maps, and now they are coming to finish the mission of creation of Last Reality, but in the middle of coming, also destroying every reality. Okay, number 2, we find out Last Reality are coming and hoping to the stars that we can find a way to escape them before they reach us. Jones and Sloan find that way. Number 3, exploring and learning about some of the most important realities in the Fortnite Omniverse, aka 5 realities. So again, super brief. We're not going to go through every single thing. I really it's got to be finalized with a live event, right? We know there's a live event, but remember, it is at the end of the OG season going into Chapter 5. So to me, that doesn't necessarily mean it will have anything to do with Chapter 4, right? Like, is Fortnite OG even considered a part of Chapter 4? A lot of questions still to be answered. Now, some Chapter 5 stuff. We know a lot. I'm going to talk about just a couple of the big things. And one of them, probably the biggest people are most excited for, is the open world mode. Okay, apparently it releases in Chapter 5 Season 1. It has 3 separate acts. The map is divided into a few different regions: the forest, plains, bamboo farm, desert, rivers, jungles. Has a lot of new wildlife: sky jellies, smacky, jellyfish, a nug, Bert, crow, Robert, and a grandma. Apparently a grandma is a wildlife. Has its own lobby, has a game phase where the battle bus is locked, and has a dynamic POI feature which has 3 different tiers. That's what we know so far. Okay, so we don't know a lot. We know it's coming. We know it's going to be big. And so there's that. There's the racing mode. That's why, I mean, to launch Chapter 5 with both of those at once is crazy to me, but also what's happening right now with the OG thing is crazy to me. So they could be doing it. However, I think they could also spread it out and people would still be happy. Also, some legendary augments that could possibly be for Chapter 5. These have been in the files and have been worked on for a while now. Reboot, okay? Respawn on death. Basically a second life, right? It is one of the legendary augments. Shield increase, a permanent shield increase for a match, and then siphon, right? Not just siphon on certain weapons, actual siphon. I think those 3 are OP. That's why they would be considered legendary augments. If you included it with some sort of vault system like we have this season, I think it makes sense. I think it works. I think it could be fun. One final thing to talk about here, and it is Battle Pass. And we've talked so much about the Battle Pass. I think this is the thing we're waiting to find out most about. The question here, and I know what the answer will be, and I think there's some sort of chance with this one, because we've talked about they're not going to bring back old battle passes. It's not fair. It's supposed to be exclusive. People who bought them expected them never to come back. However, Snazzy brought this up. Should Fortnite bring back old Battle Pass XP styles for players who played during those seasons, bought the Battle Pass, but weren't able to finish them? I think this is a big one. I think this is something they could do, and it would only lead to good, right, rather than negative, right? There were so many people that weren't able to get all the styles for Omega, Carbide, whatever it may be. You see all the big ones there, and they owned it. They owned the Battle Pass. They just didn't have time. They weren't able to pull it off. And then the people who didn't buy it in the first place, again, kind of sucks. You're just out of luck, but it's still, right? You still make people happy. And then, of course, they're going to have some sort of remixed battle pass, we think, mini pass, battle pass, however they're going to do it next season. And yeah, hopefully going to get some teasers, like official teasers, maybe even Monday for at least one of the skins, or they're going to keep it a big surprise. Either way, we will talk about it as soon as it is public. Let me know your thoughts on anything we talked about. Thanks for watching, you guys. Code TheCampingRusher. Touch the like button. Take care. Talk soon. Goodbye.